Hi guys, let's start creating our first test in this lecture. We already have our project created. Let's create first Java class where we will put our first test method. I will try to explain Java coding to you, so even if you are a complete beginner, you will understand. But if you want, you can also take some basic Java course to be able to better understand me. I do not have any Java courses myself, but there are some Java for Beginners courses on Udemy, even free ones that will be enough for you. In this course, we will not be doing any advanced coding, so basic Java will be enough. Now, before we create Java class, let's first create package where we will put this class. In Maven, we will have our test classes under source test Java. So right click on source test Java, select new and select package. In Java, we start naming packages with the company domain name in reverse. In our case, the application under test is herokuapp.com, so the package name will be herokuapp. And the project name RESTful Booker. So let's push finish, and inside this package right click new class. We will use health check endpoint for our first test, so let's copy the name of this health check endpoint, and our test name will be health check test. And push finish. Now inside this test class, let's create test method. Let's call it health check test. So public void health check test. We use TestNG as the testing framework, so let's add test annotation to our test method. So here about test method, add test, and we need to import test from TestNG. So import test from org TestNG annotations. Next step, we need to import rest assured class so we can use it in our test. So here let's write new import static io dot rest assured dot rest assured dot n star semicolon. And now let's write steps of our test. So here inside of the test class, let's type next given dot when dot get, and inside we will put the URL of our endpoint. So let's go here and let's copy the URL. Copy and paste it here. And then we need to add assertion. So dot then dot assert that dot, and let's verify status code 200. So status code 200 semicolon. Let me do this so it's a little bit easier to read, like so. So as you see, rest assured give us a BDD syntax, given, when, then. And some of you may find it very nice and helpful. Now let's save and run our test. So we installed TestNG Eclipse plugin, so to run our test all we have to do is just right click on the test class and select run as TestNG test. So test is finished, and now we can switch to this TestNG Eclipse plugin report tab to see the results. So we have health check test, and the test failed. Assertion error. Expected status code 200, as we have it here, but it was 201. And let's go back to the documentation, and as we see, should be 201. So I made a mistake. I added assertion that status code should be 200, but in fact the actual result, it must be 201. So let's change to 201, save, and run our test. Run as testng test, and this time test passed. So as I like to say, never trust a test that never failed. So first time when I run this test, I intentionally made a mistake in the expected status code, so to make sure that test will fail if something is wrong. And now we know that our test working just fine. If we expect status code 200 but it actually returns 201, our test will fail. And that's it. This is our first simple REST assured test.